Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I'm the majestic Snare, the ethereal voice you cannot see my face for. And welcome to this rambling video. It's not really going to be that bad in rambling, probably, but that's what I like to think of at the start. But I wanted to talk about some things today, and before I do, just want to say a big thanks to everybody that has subscribed to this channel so far. It's been a brilliant ride up until this point. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you haven't already, please press that red button down below and ding-a-ling the old bell so you can know when and be notified when we have new videos out. Please like the video and maybe drop us a comment down below on some thoughts you have while we go through this rambling nonsense. A big thanks to Lee for keeping us warm for the last 2 weeks with MMOs of great times. I remember City of Heroes is the one I actually got involved in. It's a bit of a shame you couldn't do that one because that got cancelled, but that's another time, maybe another video. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, first of all, me, because I feel like shit. I've had a chest infection the last couple of days, and so my voice is sounding a bit strange. I'm fighting through it, but I can tell it's wavering, and I might start to sound like a bloody teenage boy at some point. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was a couple of things. The main one is my kind of memory of video games and the evolution of, mainly because we've got two big franchise releases that are either just dropped or about to. First of which is Destiny 2 came out last couple of weeks ago. We'll be reviewing that on the PC next month because it's going to be fun to see Lee have to play that damn game. I really enjoyed the first one with friends. I was basically a beta tester. That's another, it could be a whole different fucking video, but yes, it wasn't the best of games in the world. It had a lot of hype around it. And also the other one is Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's a game that I think might change up the franchise for people, and hopefully not too much for the people that like the franchise as it is. I'm kind of in both camps. I'm intrigued to see some more Assassin's Creed. I don't think it's completely dead, but it does have a very same game feeling between games. I just recently finished Assassin's Creed Rogue because I never got around to playing it, and it was just a cut and splice from Black Flag, but I think it's for the PS3 guys back in the day. That's fine, it's no problem, at all, but I'm just fighting my way through Assassin's Creed Syndicate just to finish that off. I never got around to playing much more of it since our Let's Plays, which I can maybe put up a little link in the description thingy or something somewhere so you can go and see some of those. But I'm just finishing that off. That's actually, it's growing on me. I do like it. I like the twins. Everyone likes twins, don't they, really? But having the twin mechanic of like one's more stealthy, one's more brutish, it's fun. But Assassin's Creed Origins is going to be very intriguing to me. I'm trying to stay away from a lot of stuff online. I'm going to see how it goes. Now, because of those two big franchises coming out, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is the evolution that we've gone through with video games and how similar it is to other media. So, for example, things like movies, books even, things like that, those kind of industries, when they were first created, before they were even an industry, they had the freedom, the creativity to do what they wanted. You know, money wasn't really an object. It would have been nice to be able to do that. I mean, now these days people can earn a living on Twitch and on YouTube just playing games. It's something that people used to make jokes about when I was a kid. What are you going to do when you grow up? Play video games? Well, yeah, now you can, you fucker. So things do move on, things do change. But back in the early days of the industry, when it was embryonic, when it was tiny, and just people were getting on and doing things that were great, you know, for me it was like the Spectrum, the Commodore 64, the Sega Master System, the NES. You know, most people, if you're quite well off, you'd have an NES, although a lot of people did get it. But over here in the UK, we would certainly have more of a computer-based culture than a console-based culture, I think. And it wasn't until maybe mid-teens that people started to get involved in the kind of the late end of the Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive it was called over here, moving into the PlayStation 2, and then we see the consoles ramp up to the PlayStation 4 Pro, and the Xbox One of these days. Back in the day, one of the things that really strikes me is there was none of the dislocked content, downloadable content, additional purchases, microtransactions. All of that stuff was not a thing back in my day when I was a lad. It was just not a thing. You bought a final product, and back in the Spectrum days, in the height of the boom, the actual video games boom, or computer games as we would call them back then, in the height of the boom, you could write a game in your bedroom, take it down to a conference, with, copied onto about 50 to 100 different cassettes, and sell that to the people that came to, buy your game. You could make a fucking packet. I mean, this was before I was old enough to understand that back in those days, but it's something people did, and the amount of money that was spent was insane. You now get the opposite happening. It's become an industry. You have investors and you have companies putting investment into a game like Grand Theft Auto, or Assassin's Creed, or Destiny, or Watch Dogs. That was probably an unpleasant return, wasn't it? But people want returns. So if you're putting money in, you want to get more money out, and the cheapest way to do that is microtransactions, which a lot of people hate. And I say a lot of people because there are acceptable microtransactions. If there's a cool looking skin for your sword, your costume, your ship, your car, anything like that that's cosmetic, fine. Knock yourselves out. Take out a new fucking loan and go and spend it all on that. That's fine. I'm not advocating getting a loan for video games. That's stupid. But what I will say is that if you're going to be pay to win, and that element of microtransactions can get the fuck out, it's abhorrent and nasty. Dislocked content and DLC, if it's providing a decent amount of content for particular games and to expand the story in games, or to provide a different angle on the game or change the experience, fine. If it's just tacked on side missions that should have been in the game that were ready at release, no, fuck off. No, DLC and additional content should have been stuff to extend the life of your game, not just to tack on and pay an extra 5 to 15 to 20 to 30 pounds to get that extra bit. No, didn't have any of that shit back in the day, and now that's the way things are. We're now seeing Ubisoft, one of the companies that I fucking love and hate at the same time. Every single time they produce a decent IP, a decent new franchise game, they just fuck it up. Even the ones they have had running for years, they end up fucking those up somehow as well. They are getting better, but they are still shit in most aspects. So sorry Ubisoft, I love you and I hate you. So take it how you want to. I don't really care. So sue me. Don't sue me. Please don't sue us. Ubisoft wants everyone to be a $200 customer. They came out in a press conference or a sales conference or something like that and said that every one of their customers, they want to be a $200 customer. Meaning that you buy the game for $60, then you would buy additionally $140 worth of merchandise and content and extra passes and microtransactions. Just make a game and let it talk for itself, and you'll find a lot more people being better customers of yours because they can trust in you for a good game. Look at Bethesda. I don't even know how to pronounce that company's name. They produce a game that's normally buggy as shit when it comes out and gets a free pass because people enjoy the games that they produced. And yes, they fucked up many times over, and more recently with Fallout 4, with their paid mods scheme thing that wasn't paid mods, but it was. So that was an interesting turn of events. I think they've cut back and either stopped that now, or they are continuing to be knobheads. But again, they got away with it for a long time, and people didn't really, they cut them a lot of slack. But it's because they produce good games. And now I want people to just take one thing away. I love video games, okay? Always have, always will. It's a time for escapism into a different world and become something else you could never hope to be yourself. Or you can just jump online, play some Battlegrounds and shoot the fuck out of people, or just, don't and end up getting shot in like 5 seconds. But the fact is that games should be fun. And this is the one thing that people forget. Games should be fun. The way a film is made to move you emotionally, a game is made to move you emotionally as well, I suppose. In a way that you are expected to feel something, do something, and achieve something. If those things aren't actually there, then your video game sucks. If it's something that's a casual game, that's probably a bit different. But for RPGs, for online arena battles, for MOBAs, for anything, driving games, fighting games, shmups, beat 'em ups, whatever it is, if it doesn't move you emotionally, have some impact on how you feel, then that game is it sucks. And I'm going off at a slight tangent, but that's my lesson for all budding developers out there. Make a game that moves you. What is my motivation and shit? It's got to move you. So with the big games coming up for Christmas, it's just something to take away, that when someone is advertising a special edition or a season pass and shit, really think about if it's worth it. Because I don't want people wasting their money. Have a look at the reviews on our channel. We do try and produce one review every month for the big AAA titles that come out. And if there's any other games you want to see reviewed on the channel, please let us know. With that, I can just ask you to leave a comment down below. What did you think of the rambling? Hope it was okay, because I feel really shit. My voice is starting to give way, and I'm going to have to stop talking soon. But I'll be back on Thursday with something else, either a Let's Play or maybe something else I wanted to talk about. Because, what's the point of having a channel if you can't express how you feel? But if you guys want to see anything specific, please let us know down in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe and all the other good stuff. Help us out a great deal. Without further ado, I shall see you on Thursday. So, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I hope the lack of my face did the view count much better. Well, if it does, I feel really depressed. And never mind. So, guys, take care. Okay, love you. Bye-bye. I'm not going to survive. Yep, impaled. The death scenes are pretty special in this game, I have to say. They are amazing. No. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Come on. Take him out. Take him out. Yes. Bang on yellow belt. You can't get better than that, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. Why is it that when people are watching